Hey there people, it's Dan Phoenix. In today's video, I'm going to talk about why the vegan diet is a fasting mimicking diet, which is one of the main reasons, and pretty much, in my opinion, one of the only reasons why so many people that get onto a vegan diet, more specifically a whole food, plant-based vegan diet, or if you go more on the extreme end, it would be a fruitarian diet or a raw vegan diet. So the simple thing is, when you actually look at water fasting, when a lot of people get on to a water fast and do it for days in a row, a lot of the time their health issues and symptoms can vanish. And that can be due to many different reasons, because fasting has been proven through so many different scientific studies that have been done out there to lower insulin, which so many people have way too much insulin being produced within the body due to the foods that they're eating that make blood sugar levels go up and down. It also lowers your blood sugar levels massively. It also can get the body to produce ketones, boost human growth hormone, increase testosterone production, and so on. But there's another reason why so many people tend to get rid of their health issues and symptoms whilst water fasting, which can come back after they come off of a water fast, and I'll explain as to why in a minute, is that they've stopped eating the foods that are inducing those negative health issues and symptoms within them. So you could say it's a type of elimination diet, except for you're not consuming any calorie sources whatsoever. So then obviously a lot of people will then go back to the foods that they're eating before the fast that was causing the issues, and then they all come back, because a lot of people don't tend to change their diet and remove the things from the diet that were causing them the issues in the first place. And this is exactly what people are tending to do when they switch to a vegan diet, especially if it's a whole food plant-based diet, as I mentioned earlier on. So the majority of people that switch to this diet tend to have a diet that is just full of so much processed, refined garbage that has loads of refined salt in it, a lot of really bad plant oils, refined salt, MSG, preservatives, additives, colorings. The list just goes on and on and on. So then when someone switches to a vegan diet, they remove those things, like, wow, the vegan diet healed me. All of my health issues and symptoms have gone away, and many other different things that were not making me feel the best. And yes, you may actually believe that, but it isn't necessarily true. It's just because the vegan diet is just a fasting mimicking diet, because guess what? You've done a type of an elimination diet, and you normally started going from a diet that didn't have loads and loads of plant foods in and lots of whole foods, as I just mentioned a moment ago. And then of course you're going to feel really, really good in the short term. But just as with water fasting, it's not something that you can sustain for the rest of your life. It's not recommended whatsoever. It would just be stupid to do that in any way, shape or form. And it's exactly the same with the vegan diet. It could be good to do it for a short period of time for detoxification reasons and maybe as a type of elimination diet. But as you start to be on this diet long term, guess what starts to happen? You start to become deficient in many different nutrients that are very low in this diet, or very hard to get, or are pretty much non-existent. And then you have to take things such as B12 supplementation and many other supplements to try and meet the nutritional needs from the diet that you're on, which is the vegan diet, that is not got all of the micronutrition that you need. But actually this is just a band-aid, because you're just trying to fix a diet that is not ideal for us, that no civilization has ever sustained for a very long period of time. It's just, yeah, it's actually better to actually incorporate things such as pasture-raised meats and pasture-raised eggs, raw milk, raw butter, and many other different high quality animal foods that are going to give you way more nutrition in a smaller amount of package, and way more nutrition in an abundance that are very hard to get on a vegan diet. And then there's the whole thing of plant toxins, which I've talked about time and time again on this YouTube channel, and that is plant toxins known as salicylates, oxalates, lectins, phytic acids, tannins. The list just goes on and on and on of how many different plant toxins there are. And guess what? When you are on a vegan diet over a long period of time and you're eating an abundance of plant foods that are full of these plant toxins, they just continue to accumulate more and more and more and more and more. So it's like just going up, 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 up. And it gets to the point where it's just overspilling, where you just have an excess of these plant toxins within your body. And then guess what starts to happen? You start to have reactions to them. So then you start to get gas and bloating. You start feeling depressed, having anxiety, just having low energy levels, having like skin issues. The list just goes on and on and on of all the different negative symptoms that could be induced within you due to having an abundance of these plant toxins within your body. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't eat plant foods whatsoever, because a lot of people do get amazing effects from them, and they can provide you with certain other nutrients that can not be as abundant in animal foods. But to be on exclusively whole food plant-based vegan diet long term is just really not a good idea. And this is why around 70% of vegans actually end up quitting the diet after being on it long term. If you haven't seen the video where I talk about that scientific study, there'll be a link for the video up above, and you can click that to view it now if you want to find out more about that. But yeah, of course, with water fasting, it actually starts to help get rid of these. And this is why a lot of people, when they're on a vegan diet, they're not feeling good, they can go on a water fast and they start to feel a lot better, because they start to just drain those plant toxins out. But then you come back to a vegan diet, all the plant foods, they start building them all up again, and then they start feeling way worse a lot of the time than they did before they actually did the water fast. But yeah, you're just going to start becoming more deficient, as I've mentioned, just as you would if you did water fasting too long. And yes, I have nothing against elimination diets. That is something that I embarked on with the carnivore diet last year. And it actually made me start to resolve every single different health issue and symptom that had been induced within me on that malnourishing, unsustainable vegan diet that just filled my body up with so many plant toxins that just ruined me left, right, and center. But then once I switched to a carnivore diet, guess what? Yeah, I started feeling amazing, started thriving optimally. And now I have started reintroducing other foods for quite some time now, and I have no issues with them. But I'm actually more at a point where it's a balanced diet. So yeah, elimination diets can be good for a period of time. There's many different ones out there, but just be warned. As I've mentioned, just don't stretch it out longer than it is serving you in a positive way. If you start to notice that you're ending up with deficiencies or not feeling so good, don't listen to those vegans that say you're just doing it wrong, because a lot of you, I know, and I've interviewed many ex-vegans, which you can view those ex-vegan interview videos on this channel if you want to search for them, that have done it right to a T, and it still couldn't work for them, because it's just not a diet that any of us are meant to be eating for the rest of our lives, even though these brainwashed dogmatic vegans believe that every human being should eat this way because it's the most ideal diet for us. But if it was so hard to succeed on it long term, why do around 70% of vegans go back to eating animal foods and then start to feel amazing again? Riddle me that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this video. Leave your comments and questions down below. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your amazing day. Make the most of it, and catch you on the flip side. Peace.